She is the goddess who created the world. She not only gave life to the big ones, but also made human beings live a prosperous life. On this day, a greedy human being stole his heart of the ocean. It was her personality that changed drastically. In order to punish human beings, the flame demon has to destroy everything that he has created. At the time of life and death of the people, a girl appeared and awakened the goddess of kindness. He was the security guard. When he was a child, he saved a little turtle. Paul chose for the sea except for the hope of saving the world. One of his gestures was basically big, and it opened the way for him. Unconsciously, he had already walked more than 10 meters. At this time, the drainage resource stood up and looked curiously at the fresh water and knew his head would have a new hairstyle. He gave him a haircut. The glowing stone, the heart of the ocean, has been yearning for the sea since then, but every time I fly to the South China Sea, I will be blocked by my sore father. Day by day, I haven't grown into a big girl. My life is just on the broken ridge of this field. All the coconut carters rotted away, and the fishermen on the island could no longer find a fish, which could not solve the food problem, and suggested that they go fishing. It was not unexpected, but the father's strong objection came again. It turned out that my father once took a good friend to secretly sweat, but it didn't take a while. The direct seawater surged into China and was destroyed, and your father's good friend, you, was killed in the shipwreck. Since then, he has forbidden the director to soothe the owner's survival, or decided to go out to find a reason. Or go. I just walked away not too far from the vehicle attack, patted the wooden boat, and fell into the sea. Speaking of the instep, Hickory Lou got stuck in the crisis. It picked up a stone and smashed the coral, which saved a life, and this everything happened to be seen by Grandma. Grandma and Dad went to the back mountain and told him the secret of his ancestors. It turned out that their ancestors were good children. They got a lot of comfortable places from the government. I know that the half-body structure was stolen this day. The monsters with flame friction are released and their ships will be gone and they will be banned from now on. All the ships in the good sea are sealed away, but the curse of the devil has spread to the whole island. Going back can quell the disaster. Paul was selected to complete this mission. For the director, Wang Yangfan set sail. He embarked on the journey without telling his parents, and he encountered a storm soon after walking. The wooden boat was soon sunk. When he wakes up again, he has come to an isolated island, and this is the home of the Union. This man has been trapped on the isolated island for over 1,000 years, and the cause of the accident is that he stole it. It seems that the fire has been released from the heart. I didn't stop the way for the time being. Anyway, he knew that he was facing protests against the white light, and his fishbone swelled to the west. All fell into the sea. These helped to find him. This malicious violation was his fans against his oars. The insurance group will directly send the original data on his stomach and smuggle the heart of the ocean. The only way to be swallowed by the darkness, and the only way is to return the heart of the ocean, but in the end, he doesn't care at all about his foreskin power. The self-driving boat left, thinking it was foolproof, and the treasure quickly walked to the exit. He flew towards the wooden boat and jumped. What a wonderful one. Well, it was given to a few decisive wooden boats to keep them in the sea. But at this moment, the mysterious power of her uplift sent her to the boat. You can see that it is not the next second to escape. In desperation, we had to go to the heart of the ocean together, but if we lost all the laws of the tent structure, they would go to the crab monster. If someone came to a high mountain anyway, they jumped and jumped with a heavy hammer. The gate of the trap opened slowly. A bottomless hole appeared in front of Bowen. He jumped down the building and jumped down for a while. It didn't take long for them to come to the crab's lair, and if it was in the middle of a pile of gems anyway, this 8-gem head used to giant the crab's attention this opportunity. He let the crab's backup pick it up. Anyway, he felt that he wanted to scare the crab, but it turned into a small animal. So the technique has been too long. It is not as good as before when the one's egg yolk liquid reacted. The two were also conflicted by the water column. Unusually, it showed a four-legged posture. After repeated practice, the law of the structure gradually recovered. Slowly, he has been able to go out to all kinds of animals as he wants. After returning to the heart of the ocean after passing the Flame Mountain, why haven't I thought of why a group of them will help them shoot a few hundred meters away? And this one has a crack anyway. A man enters the sea like a goldfish and bites it. How to resume foreign trade. He almost hit the data when he was in the data, but he transformed himself again to protect the heart of the ocean. The legend of royal history eliminated the gap and walked through this to stop the gem receipt. I felt that I had no regrets at this time. The usage mentioned in the book blocked and blocked. The powerful force rushed them out a few hundred meters this time. Although the two of them were not injured, there was a crack in the staff of the structure. As I said, you will borrow power from all over the place this times. If it fails completely, he will return the heart of the ocean to Boa and then turn into an eagle and leave the wooden boat. At this time, the soul of a white light source that he often commits appears in front of the boy he encouraged Bao to persevere, just like the ancestors. Use the local government and the sea, so as to benefit future generations. Encourage grandma to focus on information and decide to challenge the prison camp model alone. Just click the battery and the security guard will change the direction of the boat. It's not enough to return to the devil. I didn't give up after the attack, and I used the smoke to successfully walk through the pursuit and enter the canyon. When I saw this scene, I didn't reveal it for a moment. It was really a critical moment in the theater, and I became an old man sitting on Hu Yanmo's arm, and then he turned into a whale and drove out, blocked the flames, and the demons could do everything in their power to feed all kinds of animals and buy time. I'm going ashore tomorrow, and I didn't give birth to a fireball. At the time of the crisis, Taro stood up. I'll wait for the next attack to pull up the climb that includes the water rate. Otherwise, I don't know if the danger is coming. After downloading the fatal blow, the staff like this was completely shattered, and the other side played to help the statue that died on the top of the mountain. The statue has long since disappeared. It is the next deep apology. Just like the inscription, he finally understood, so he raised the heart of the ocean high. The green light of his right eye made the flames calm down without emotion. At this time, I have come to the shore. Let him come over. He is separated from left to right. Dabao is not afraid of scandal, if he stands on a rock. But the real you played it back to the green water and revealed this moment when you touched it with your hands. The big one became alive again. Lawyers and Giagia made a big mistake and apologized like a girl, although the goddess was still angry. But now he is helping to keep himself awake. There are some differences. The new fish hook method has summoned the goddess. Since then, the defecation will no longer come out. See you next time.